is nothing, in other markets is extremely. We have to come back to that essential question: are we able to provide you with the products you need in daily life to help patients? We have to look in all those cases individually how we can provide that. Either it is with products that is cost effective for you still doing your job. For me, it's not essential, and I heard it before, if I sell you one of the latest technology, but you don't use it for your daily activities, it's like selling you a Ferrari when you can use job in a Opel or Ford or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. So we have to make sure you get your hands on some of the products. How that works is we have, of course, the different sales channels. We have the support from governments. We have different kind of things, or simply, Fujifilm should invest, looking at the future. So my only thing is, and I know that Savak from Middle East and Salim from our French office have the same kind of ideas. For us, it's very important to understand your situation and adapt to that. But at the end, and that's for everyone, we want you as Fujifilm to have your hands on capital equipment, devices, all this kind of things that works in a daily life. So it's not a promise, it's just a mindset that we have at Fujifilm.
Yes, we have a small comment from Saito and then we continue, please.
Yeah. So in terms of technologies, as all of you are, you are expected to be expected to lead the education in your country, right? So for this reason, we as manufacturers, of course, we expect you to have the latest technologies, because a lot of latest technologies we are developing is to support acceleration of educations, and also to support non-expert doctors to perform, to have a similar performance as expert doctors within the limited time frame for learning curve. So as teaching hospital, we expect you to have the good technologies, of course, and in terms of your initial investment for the capital equipment acquisition, I think it's a matter of, how do I say this, the discussion, at least, I don't know if I'm authorized to say this because I'm now in ultrasound, but at least the philosophy of Fujifilm, we want to work with you as key opinion leader. So let us know, not only your local representative, but also let us know, talk to us, and then we come up with something, because we want you to be equipped with the latest technologies, and we want to drive the education with you. So instead of you taking some intermediate solutions due to the budget, we want you to have latest technology. So let us work on that together, And honestly, for Fujifilm, considering the whole global business size, this network is more important than making a profit from selling, 20, 30 endoscopy systems. That doesn't change the game, honestly, for us. So
this is the vision of today. So I think we can together do different things. This is the idea. But because my goal for today was that our booth reach Japan. This is the idea. When we do this, things will change for sure.
One moment. Next one. 1 moment. That every place, Africa is different from United States. Africa is different from Europe. Africa is different from Asia. And in Asia, Japan is different from Malaysia and Vietnam. So this is what he said, that now the policy or the dynamics of policy, I think they should change it. Because for you can give you something, but United States, they can give you something else. You are very important in cat eye, you are not important in cat eye. You need to see the vessels, you need to see the stomach wall. This is what you need now. Okay, we understand now.
Sorry, Professor, just one. So from him, I'm talking like, is it possible for Fuji to come up with a package? Yes, the machine is the same. The machine is very complex, but at cost, they come up with a cost which is good for the African market, not very...
It's the other way. It's us doctors that work together on a projects that we send to them, and like what happened in Senegal. This is our job. So it's the other way around. We need to tell, this is a project for Uganda, this is the needs of Uganda, and this is what we have, and this is what we need. Let's find a solution. This is how it works, and it will work like this, because this is for them. If you ask, okay, I need a discounted scope, this is a level of a distributor. I'm not speaking here. I'm speaking about a level of a global really change. So global change needs, okay, what will be the impact if tomorrow morning we give you 4 EOS machines in Uganda? What will happen? This is really what will be the change, how we are going to change the country. For example, just an example, in Ethiopia, this had happened 10 years ago. When donation happened, country changed from no endoscopists to now a lot of endoscopists. So this is what we should work on, and then they will support. Please.
My name is Dr. Joseph Edwin Kanu, and I'm from Sierra Leone, the western side of Africa, with a population size of about 8.7 million. I'm very grateful to Professor Mustafa and Professor Ibrahim and Dr. Nancy Fanos. I was here in 2018. Yes, 2018, and Cairo really has a special place in my heart because my journey into gastroenterology started from here. So I came here in 2018. We had a similar conference like this at the end of the training, and I remember Professor Mustafa encouraged us to go and start something. Fortunately, the following month, I got WGO training sponsorship to India, and I completed my training in New Delhi for about 6 months. And then I came back home, then the COVID came, but I continued to follow Professor Ibrahim during the COVID webinar. Yes, I was participating. It was also during this same session that I connected with some colleagues who introduced me to get refurbished scopes. So by the time I finished my training in India, came back just after COVID, then I was able to set up my own practice. Unfortunately, we are only 2 gastroenterologists and 4 endoscopists in the city. There is no endoscopy unit in public hospital currently, so these 2 units are in private sector. But we are building the practice because talk about 5-6 years ago, there was no practice of endoscopy in Sierra Leone, but now we do a lot of diagnostic upper and lower and some form of therapeutics with management of upper GI bleeds and some polypectomy. So what I want to see myself in the next 6 months is one, to benefit from training of trainers so that I can gain that capacity to train others back home, and also to be able to solidify some therapeutic skills like deployment of stents, also EMR and PEG tube insertion. Then in the next 12 to 18 months, hopefully, I want to see my country having an ERCP unit, and I know that's possible. So what I also want to ask from Fuji is if there are possibilities of looking at down payment packages, because like most of my colleagues have highlighted, it's challenging as an individual to have that capital to invest. But probably if we can think together and have some kind of a scheme, say probably we supply you a unit and you can pay over this time with some concrete agreement. These are all possibilities that we can look at, and such that we can make this practice to continue to go and available to our people. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, members. I'm Dr. Ronald Mbine from Uganda, and I want to first start by expressing my thanks to Professor Ibrahim and Professor Mustafa for organizing this wonderful event and bringing together the whole team. I'd never met brothers of mine from Chad, Togo, and everywhere. So it's really amazing to see how interconnected and how we can share experiences and also learn so much from each other. Surely. Surely, yes. Wow. And really thank you for that. Professor, 15 years ago, I was an undergraduate student and in Mulago. And I remember, so communication came. There's a team from Egypt that is coming to Uganda to set up endoscopy. And, well, we saw you. We didn't know you, but I remember seeing you, seeing the team walking through the corridors. And endoscopy started. About probably 8 or 10 years after I'd finished my Masters of Medicine and I'm now training in endoscopy, I joined the endoscopy unit at the National Referral, and they showed me a machine. And they say this machine was brought by the team from Egypt. I don't know if you donated an endoscopy, yes. And I trained on that endoscopy. Exactly. So as members were sharing their experiences, for me it's my first time coming here, but you can already see the impact that your visit 15 years ago had on us. Right now we train endoscopists from the region, from as far as Somalia, and this is really, for me, the greatest inspiration that you visited us, you had this generous wish to start a practice, and the practice has carried on to...
Your job now to say what you need, because thank you for this. But it's a chance.
Sure.
This is what you need.
Yeah, so members have mentioned, I think our problems, our problems are not so different from what members have mentioned. I won't go back into the details, my colleagues have said them. So for me, it's really to appreciate the partnership and also to appreciate Fuji. You've been to Uganda, you set up a very wonderful endoscopy tower, the latest at my hospital, and I really know that there's so much that will happen. I won't add to what my colleagues said. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Sousan Abul Qasim. I am a general surgeon. I have working experience, general surgeon from Sudan. Have working experience in GI surgery, and I'm endoscopist doing therapeutic and diagnostic endoscopy. I'm not going to repeat what Dr. Abdelmanem said, but in spite of the current work condition, however, a lot of services have been lost, but on the other hand, it motivates training in certain aspects like ARCB, as Dr. Munaim said. Still, what we need now is because of the redistribution of the population after the war conflict, some areas were become overcrowded. So what we need now is, I think, supplies of more scopes, and in states that lack some services. And I think that after the conditions settle down, we are going to re-establish what we start in training services more and more. Okay, yes.
Right. Alors, comme tout le monde l'a dit, je pense qu'il faut rappeler que c'est très très important ce qui se fait aujourd'hui. C'est la première fois que sur le sol africain, il y a plusieurs pays qui se réunissent pour parler de l'avenir de l'endoscopie en Afrique. On l'a fait beaucoup de Paris, mais c'est vraiment la première fois qu'on le fait en Afrique. Ça, c'est important. Oui, en Afrique. Alors, 3 petits points. Alors, on va parler des choses très précisément sur le plan pratique. Alors, par exemple, en France, il y a 5000 gastro-entérologues. Sur les 5000, il y a à peine 200 qui font de l'endoscopie interventionnelle de 3e degré. Tu le sais bien. Donc, voilà. Donc, la vie d'un gastro-entérologue, c'est surtout la coloscopie, et la coloscopie bien faite, parce qu'en Afrique,
de par les facteurs de risque, on va demain devoir faire la coloscopie de dépistage, puisque nous ne parlons pas d'endoscopie pour l'endoscopie, nous parlons d'endoscopie pour la prévention des maladies, parmi lesquelles le cancer, les cancers et toutes les complications de cirrhose que nous avons en Afrique.
Okay, so what he's saying that, for example, in France, there are 5,000 endoscopists. 200 of them, they are really therapeutic endoscopists. So majority of endoscopists are doing diagnostic colonoscopy. And we need to think again that for our continent, there is no screening colonoscopy at all in any country. So we need to also think about this, because doing screening colonoscopy is the only solution is to avoid cancer in our continent. And also doing screening gastroscopy is the only way to find varices early for cirrhotic patients. So it's another domain that we didn't mention today. We are all searching for high-end therapeutic endoscopies, but again, there is a lot of our patients need simple, good diagnostic colonoscopy of screening to avoid cancer and to avoid bleeding.
Deuxième petit point, pour le Rwanda par exemple, il faut savoir qu'au Rwanda, grâce au partenariat avec Fujifilm, il y a une société qui s'appelle Medicel, qui est une société de maintenance, qui fait que quasiment les endoscopes ne prennent plus le bateau ou l'avion. Et je pense qu'on peut le faire, c'est de la volonté qu'il faut, c'est pas trop compliqué, de faire de la maintenance endoscopique en Afrique. C'est absolument essentiel et même primordial.
This is very good. So I think the second point he's mentioning in Rwanda, for example, one of the things that is saving scopes in Rwanda, that they have their local maintenance office, a company called Metsil, that they are doing the maintenance in the same country. And this is avoiding the scopes to travel. And I will just add one thing from my experience. In one of the countries, we have seen a lot of donation coming from Germany in this country. And then I have seen in a one room maybe 12 or 15 scopes, all of them broken. And when I asked why you are not repairing this, they said because the donation company, they need us to send it back to Germany, and this is almost impossible. So his advice that in all our countries, we need to have our local service center. This will save a lot for our scopes.
Avant-dernier point, on est ici, c'est un continent, il faut avoir un raisonnement continental. Je pense que chacun voudrait être le meilleur, mais il faut aussi voir l'Afrique de l'Ouest, l'Afrique du Centre, l'Afrique australe, le Maghreb, et puis envisager, c'est ce que propose la Société africaine de gastro, d'avoir des centres de référence par région. C'est des centres où on peut envisager que tout ce qui est compliqué, parce que c'est quand même ça l'esprit, on ne pourra pas faire la haute endoscopie dans chaque village. Ça, on le sait bien. Donc, il y a un travail, je pense que c'est ce qui va être validé.
I will translate it. So also again, one of the very good proposals that we need to think for the first time, forget about our countries. Let's see Africa as in total. We need to west and east and north and south. We need to think about having 4 centers, 4 excellent centers, big centers, one in the east, one in the west, one in the north, and one in the south. And this will be the reference centers for us. And then we start from there, and then after that, they will have satellite centers.
Et enfin, pour ne pas garder trop la parole, je me fais le porte-parole de la Société africaine de gastro qui voudrait faire un partenariat avec ROEA du fait de de sa capacité logistique à organiser pour faire plusieurs choses en Afrique. Dans chaque pays, on organise un congrès de la société béninoise, de la société togolaise, de la société camerounaise de gastro. Et souvent, dans le pays, c'est le seul moment où on arrive à regrouper tous les gastroentérologues.
Okay, this is a very brilliant idea. So what he's proposing that in all our countries, so we as Roya, we are supporting the African society 100%. So what he's proposing that in our national congresses, via the support that we can have, because again, me and him, we can easily have money from companies. So this is easy, which means in your national congresses, we would love to do hands-on training and education program, always back-to-back to your national congress, because this is the best moment where all the national doctors are in one place. So we use this congress for one event, and then because they have the power and connection, we have all the logistics, putting in hands, we can do this back to all our national congresses.
Et enfin, il faut venir au Caire, hein, parce que c'est le bazar. Et
Don't forget to come to Cairo also.
On vient au Caire comme ça, une fois on se réunit, c'est convivial, c'est scientifique, c'est amical. Et la société africaine organisant une fois par an un congrès continental, en décembre ce sera à Dakar, en 2027 ce sera à Douala, en 2028 ce sera à Tunis, dont c'est déjà bien équilibré. Avec l'artillerie, avec la force de Roya, on dit ce congrès, il ne faudrait pas qu'il soit simplement un congrès d'amphithéâtre. Il faut qu'il soit, comme on a vu ici, un congrès d'endoscopie.
Okay, thank you. Merci beaucoup. So before I give the final speech to Professor Mustafa, SWAM action plan. So what I'm going to do in the next month, I will ask, we have, Nancy created a group for all of us. So I will ask number one, any one of you in his country that would love to add more KOLs, please send to Nancy. So this is number one, because not everyone we were able to host here because of logistics, tickets, and things like that. So please, anyone that has a friend or a colleague that would love to be added to this forum, this is one. Second, we will write all what happened today in a meeting minutes, should be ready in 2-3 weeks, sent to all of you to review. And then we will have a virtual meeting in maybe 1 month and a half to plan what should be possible. Let's say we start by Senegal or by, I don't know, Rwanda or by Uganda, and then depending on our discussion. And what I can confirm now, I have already a true budget for a bigger forum next year before the end of 2026. We should have a minimum, maybe 60, 70 African endoscopists together to continue what we have done here. But it's not only here and next year. We should work all together within the year. And my final thing, again, what I have learned working with these guys, if you have good project, really a good project, patient care, a true project, it's easy to fund. This is what I have learned myself. Okay? So I will give the final words. Okay, so yes, Professor Mustafa and then Saitu, and thank you very much. Thank you all. Huh?
Thank you. I am very happy. First, I am very happy to listen to everyone here. I facing with you without the company before all these problems, but I am happy that Fuji agreed to be sitting with us. This is the first time that one company said with the people who request something. Normally, the company sitting with people who wanted to buy endoscopes. This is normally happen. So, okay, I will come to you. You need endoscope, I will come. So this is normally for any company. But the company come to listen for the request from them to help. This is something new for a company. So we thank them very much. Yes. Very, very much. In my life, in the last 40 years, with working with Olympus, Pentax, Fuji, Boston, Cook, but it never happened that the company is sitting for 6 hours listening for the request of people, not the request to get in the scope, but the request what they need. This is a new thinking. I think the Japanese, they are very good people. In my opinion, this Walak said, they try to give more than they take. And then I went to Japan 2 times. It is impossible. The people, it is another, we said Japan, it is another place. So all over the world is one place, and Japan is another place. So when they said thank you, they make thank you like that. When I was with my wife, said to me, this is impossible. What the Japanese do, they are very polite. So this is number one. Number two, what I listen is very good. Everything. To know that he's right. He is right until now, 6 or 7 or 12 page. He write everything here. This is not normally also. Normally they come, oh, hello, thank you, okay. No, but he is taking seriously to do that. So thank you very much, Satchu, for that. Thank you. Second things, which I like to summarize also quickly, because somebody discussed Mustafa, yes. Mustafa we speak about simple thing, upper endoscopy to diagnose varices. The same, you said the same. I said you one thing which I tried to do that since more than 15 years. Assemble sonographic machine to put in any outpatient clinic for gastroenterology and in his clinics to learn the people how to detect hepatocellular carcinoma. It is one of the biggest problems in Africa. To detect it is any gallbladder stone, any very simple. But the people, they don't like to make the endoscope. But this is, training is easy and everything is easy. I discussed with him. I discussed because this is my dreams that Africa will expand on that. The second thing, there is a huge progress now of intestinal ultrasound. They don't need Doppler. Now all the people of IBD and IBS, and they are diagnosed by sonography now, and they follow by sonography, not by calprotectin and by upper endoscopy. So the rule of endoscopy is the same like rule of of sonography is the same of upper endoscopy varices or something like that. This is one point I tried to mention because it is rare to find him again. So I tried to say my idea and my dream is that every country, every unit of gastroenterology has small machines. He can make quickly vascular carcinoma, gallbladder stones. So this will add benefit of patients. Second thing, and I know that there is 3 categories of country. One country which has nothing for their circumstances, they need help to come to Cairo and go there. Another, they need accessory and instrument. Another, they have everything, but need experts, which is very good. Another is special things, which Abmonem said, and your names? Southern, that Sudan now in a bad situations. So why not? Yes, he asked that there is people crowded in one place. They need help by 1 endoscope or 2 endoscope to cover the problem now until Sudan return again. And this is a very good request also. It's a human request. It's not a request of buying or selling. Assemble endoscope, assemble things. Because now in Sudan, in 1 million town of 1 million, inside this town there are 20 millions now. They need service. So this may be another help like to gift, like I ask for South of Sudan. This is summarize what I have. I like this meeting too much. I respect Fuji for the 3rd time that they stay to know the request. I meet many company, BBI company, Vanobrazone company, company for irritable bowel syndrome, biological company. They came to me to convince me to write their product. This is normally, but never they come to me to make how we help patients. This is a new idea. It's a human idea. Believe me, I struggled 25 years to get this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much.